Hi everyone! Today we're going to do a short lesson of all the basics you need to learn Spanish. Hola, soy Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hi, I'm Naomi. Nice to meet you. In this series, we are going to learn basic Spanish phrases. It's super easy and only takes 10 minutes. In these lessons, you are going to learn how to introduce yourself in Spanish. You'll be surprised how easy it is. Are you ready? Let's do it. Listen to my introduction. Hola, soy Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hola, soy Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hi, I'm Naomi. Nice to meet you. The first word is hola, which means hi or hello. After that comes soy, which means I am. Hola, soy, and then your name is Hola, soy Naomi, means hi, I'm Naomi. Finally, say mucho gusto, which means nice to meet you. So all together is Hola, soy Naomi, mucho gusto. Hi, I'm Naomi, nice to meet you. It is a polite and common way to greet people. There is also another way to say your name. Instead of soy Naomi, you could say me llamo Naomi. Me llamo literally means I call myself, but we use it as my name is. Hola, me llamo Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hola, me llamo Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hi, my name is Naomi. Nice to meet you. Again, let's take a little look at these two ways to introduce yourself. Hola, soy Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hi, I'm Naomi. Nice to meet you. Hola, me llamo Naomi. Mucho gusto. Hi, my name is Naomi. Nice to meet you. And now, in this time, we are gonna do a little note. In Spanish-speaking countries, we greet each other by shaking hands. But it all depends on the situation. We often kiss on the cheek. So don't be surprised if this happens to you. In the last lesson, we learned how to introduce ourselves in Spanish. This lesson, we are going to learn how to use manners as we thank people. ¿Están listos? Are you ready? Let's begin. Empecemos. There are several ways to thank someone. Let's start with the easiest. It's just one word. Gracias. Gracias. Gracias means thank you. To say thank you very much, you just need to add muchas before the word thank you. Muchas means very or a lot. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. For a simple thanks, you can use gracias. If you want to say more than just thanks, muchas gracias is good to use. Now, how do we respond to thank you in Spanish? It's easy. The most common way to say you're welcome is de nada. De nada. Nada means nothing, so de nada literally means it's nothing. So we use it to mean you're welcome. So when someone says gracias to you, you can simply reply with de nada. Now a little note. If you're not sure about whether to use gracias or muchas gracias, keep it simple and choose your safest bet. You don't have to worry about formal or informal situations. Gracias can be used just about anyone, anywhere, and at any time. In the last lesson, we learned how to show thanks by saying gracias. In this lesson, we will learn the most common greeting in Spanish. ¿Están listos? Are you ready? Empecemos. let's get started. The most important greeting is hola. Hola means hi or hello. We can use it in formal and informal situations at any time of the day. It's very convenient. Now, let's work at some greetings that are used at certain times of the day. First is good morning. Good morning in Spanish is buenos días. Buenos días. Buenos días literally means good day, but we use it to mean good morning. During the day, we say buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes means good afternoon. This can be used all day as long as it's light outside. Again, buenas tardes. When it starts getting dark, you can switch to this. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Buenas noches means good evening or good night. It all depends on the situation. If you are greeting someone in the evening, it means good evening. If you're speaking to someone before you go to bed, it means good night. Again, that's buenas noches. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Spanish. Let's review them all. As a general greeting, hola. In the morning, buenos días. In the afternoon or during the day, buenas tardes. In the evening or night, buenas noches. Pretty easy, right? Now a little note. If you're not sure which greeting is right to use, buenos días, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, just remember that all can be used at any time of the day. In the last lesson, we learned the most common greeting in Spanish. Do you remember them? In this lesson, we are going to learn a very helpful phrase. Do you speak English? If you are on a situation where you need help in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. Here is a formal way to say it. ¿Habla inglés? ¿Habla inglés? Again, this means, do you speak English? The word habla is a formal verb of hablar, which means to speak. Hablar is known as an AR verb because it ends in AR. Most AR verbs conjugate in a simple way. Now, let's make the sentence habla inglés into an informal sentence. This is done by adding S to the end of habla. When we do that, we get hablas. All together, hablas inglés, hablas inglés. This is the informal way to ask, do you speak English? The responses received could be one of these three. Sí, hablo inglés. Sí, hablo inglés. Yes, I speak English. Sí, hablo un poco. Sí, hablo un poco. Yes, I speak a little. No, no hablo inglés. No, no hablo inglés. No, I don't speak English. In all of these, hablo means I speak. In the last one, we have no hablo, which is a negative form. It means I don't speak. Now a little note. If you want to ask about whatever different language, just change the word inglés. Here are some language names to get you started. Italiano for Italian, Ruso for Russian, Francés for French, Alemán for German. In the last lesson, we learned the phrase ¿Hablas inglés? Do you speak English? In this lesson, we are going to learn how to apologize or say excuse me in Spanish. The basic phrase for excuse me is disculpe. We should use disculpe in formal situations, like when we are ordering something at a restaurant. For example, disculpe, un café por favor. Excuse me, a coffee please. We can also use it when asking a question. Disculpe, ¿dónde está el baño? Excuse me, where is the restroom? Another way to say excuse me is perdón. Perdón. Just like disculpe, we can use perdón when asking a question or apologizing. Both of these phrases can be used for either excuse me or I'm sorry. But if you really want to apologize for something, it may be better to use a different phrase. That phrase is lo siento. It means I'm sorry, and it can be used in both formal and informal situations. Lo siento, unlikely to others, only means I'm sorry, and not excuse me. Now, it's time for a little note. Please remember, if we accidentally bumped into someone on the streets, we don't usually say I'm sorry. Lo siento. Instead, we say excuse me, disculpe, or perdón. And this is the end of our lessons for today. I hope you learned a little more about Spanish. Have a great day. I'm Naomi Hidalgo, and thank you for watching my video.